So if you love your PlayStation Portal and want to take it to the next level, Sony and Honda have got you covered. As the electric car from Honda and Sony will be the most expensive PlayStation 5 in the world. The PlayStation Portal, but at $90,000. Yes, we're over on a French website here called Numerama, and I thought this story was great. We just had to start the podcast with this and pick this one up. And basically, you're going to be able to stream your PS4 and PS5 games straight into this electric car. It does look quite cool. I'm not so sure how I feel about the actual car itself, how it looks. There's two models, there's Signature and Origin. Signature starts at $102,900, and the cheap one, buy two of them, why not, starts at $89,900, and it only comes in one colour, black. That is the cheap model. The dearer model gives you a few extra options. But when we go into the interior, we can see there's lots of screens here. Plenty of screens to be playing your PlayStation on. I mean, what is the aspect ratio of this screen? It is wild. It looks very futuristic. And, I like Sony products. I think they always make amazing products, amazing hardware. So fingers crossed the car's the same thing. Also Honda, power your dreams. Always loved, Honda Civic, Type R's and stuff like that. Great engineering company as well. Remember they had the wee robot Asimo that walked about. They've now tested reusable rockets recently. They're doing really good. So a really good pairing of two awesome Japanese companies. However, when it comes to cars, I do not like this movement towards pretty much no buttons and everything being on screen. It looks like there's one or two buttons on the steering wheel and a little bit in the dashboard. They look like those capacitive touch ones, which no, just give us physical buttons and dials for controlling stuff in the car. And they did give us a little trailer to see what it would look like if you're playing your PlayStation in this car and in the back. So let's have a look at that right now. Creative entertainment space. Intuitive UI and stunning visualization. Did anyone notice there the Remote Play app for PlayStation? I noticed that there. And look at this for navigation. It looks so unnecessary the way they've visualized that. You can just see a little bit of the road because it's such a long aspect ratio. This is like a super widescreen panel here. Looks like you'll be able to connect up to your Sony Pictures as well, which would be cool. Sony Pictures Core. PlayStation, please give us that on the portal. That'd be nice. And then Astrobot streaming to the TVs in the back seat, which is really cool actually. I do like that. They look like they're maybe like 16 or 18-inch monitors just attached to the back of the seats, and I assume this comes as standard, which is very cool. And that's where you'll be able to play your PlayStation Remote Play, pick up your DualSense, and you will be jamming. But what do people think about this? Is this something that people think is cool? I guess it's cool if you've got kids, they can play games in the back. If you're driving the car and you want to be driving the car, it's not really good for you. The actual vehicle itself, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Looks-wise, it looks a bit meh. I think a lot of electric cars look meh. They have no character. They look kind of like soulless tins of metal on four wheels. So I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think they could do much better. We've seen way cooler cars. Honda, NSX, anyone? Something like that would be cool. Give us that with PlayStation Remote Play in it and call me interested. Ghost of Tsushima there on your dashboard. You can customize your dials. So your speedometer is like Fortnite or Ghost of Tsushima or anything like that, which is quite a cool touch. But $90,000 for this thing, starting price. Damn. Cars are getting really expensive, people. How do we feel about this? Do people think these things are cool? Or would you just rather a car that looks better with a normal combustion engine and, more dials and stuff like that instead of this super kind of futuristic way? I guess this would be really cool if it drove you places, like fully autonomous. That would be cool to then, you could go out for dinner, have a few drinks, and then the way back, play Gran Turismo in your car as your car drives you home. That would be pretty cool. Maybe that's just me that thinks that, but let me know what game you'd be playing in this car if you had one yourself.